course, our first stop is South Africa, and Ene is waiting to bring us the latest from that part of the continent. Good morning, Ene.
Good morning. So a lot has happened since you last saw me, and yesterday was Freedom Day. The celebration saw President Ramaphosa at Botshabelo in the Free State mark the 27 years of democracy, and this year's theme was the Year of Charlotte Mokleke, the meaning of freedom under COVID-19. In his address to the nation, the president mentioned that the Free State is the birthplace of the Native National Congress, which is known today as the ANC, reminding the nation that in October, local government elections will take place and all eligible to vote should realize that voting is the most important and potent weapon for changing lives, as politicians need to be held accountable and do better. It generally was a reminder of the role the late Nelson Mandela played in South Africa's freedom from apartheid and how the country could move forward regardless of the challenges that came with COVID-19. While some South Africans have been wishing one another a happy Freedom Day, the South African Federation of Trade Unions has said the ordinary South African has nothing to celebrate on Freedom Day. SAF2 says apartheid exposed the black people to many injustices such as poor education, cheap labor, and unfair discrimination. Also, a group calling themselves the Liberation Struggle War Veterans marched yesterday, threatening to disrupt the upcoming local government elections if their demands are not met. These former soldiers who fought for the country's freedom marched to the Durban City Hall and handed over a memorandum calling for assistance for the veteran soldiers, their widows, and children. Also in the news, President Cyril Ramaphosa will appear before the Judicial Commission of Inquiry, also known as the Zondo Commission, today. It begins at 10 a.m. South African time, and it was confirmed yesterday by the state capture. He appears today as the president of the African National Congress and is expected to speak on matters regarding corruption in the ANC. According to the Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo, President Cyril Ramaphosa will testify as president of the ANC today and tomorrow, and on the 13th and 14th of next month, he will appear again to give testimonies as the president of the country. It is expected that he will be testifying, amongst other things, his tenure as deputy president of the ANC under former President Jacob Zuma, about his relationship with the Guptas brothers, who were previously accused of being in corrupt relationship with former President Jacob Zuma, an accusation which, by the way, they have denied. Now, some have also said that the fact the president agrees to appear before the State Capture Commission shows that as a constitutionally democratic society, he respects the Constitution, and this is critical to showing that everyone is equal before the law. That's it from me.
We go now to Zimbabwe. We're joined now by correspondent Lala Umwengwenya, who is raring to go. Good morning to you, Lala. How is it going over there?
Well, a very good morning to you too, and everything in Zimbabwe seems to be pointing to the direction of vaccines and encouraging everyone to get vaccinated, with one major achievement being the resort town of Victoria Falls, which has reached herd immunity in vaccinations. Well, still on vaccinations, Zimbabwe Olympic Committee President Mr. Thabani Gonye has encouraged and is encouraging athletes to go and get vaccinated ahead of the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games to be held in Japan from the 23rd of July to the 8th of August of this year. Zimbabwe has so far qualified for 3 slots in the Olympics, 1 in rowing and 2 in swimming. I earlier spoke to Mr. Thabani Gonye, and this is what he had to say.
Hi, Nonhlanhla for Central TV News. My name is Thabani Gonye for the Zimbabwe Olympic Committee. In terms of your inquiry towards Zimbabwe's preparedness for Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, which will be set for the 23rd of July to the 8th of August 2021, we as Zimbabwe are prepared, and in the last few months we've been having management meetings with the associations that we still believe have a chance to qualify, just to also get a feedback in terms of where they are, where they need support. And we have been supporting these national federations, particularly recently when some events have been held where athletes have been training and participating in some events. we have supported athletics. We still believe that it will contribute about 3 or 4 athletes, and we still have been supporting swimming, where we're still expecting 1 or 2 athletes to qualify and make the team. We also still expect rowing. They've already qualified a slot for 1, and then we expect to also judo to possibly qualify a slot for 1, and golf to possibly qualify a slot for 1. So our number, we still expect about 7, a minimum of 7 athletes to go to the Tokyo 2020 Games. In terms of the COVID situation, really we are still really partaking as guided by the IOC, that we utilize the national immunization programs that are going on in specific countries. As in Zimbabwe, we are aware there have been vaccination programs that are there, and we'll be encouraging our athletes to participate in these vaccination programs that are being rolled out nationally. And these are not compulsory, and this is the guidance from the IOC. They will be encouraging our athletes to do that, and also the CDM, I will also be leading the way, where I'll have my first shot in the next week or 2, and then have my second shot by June. So we'll be doing the same for athletes, that they can also have that vaccination. Is not mandatory, but it will be something that we encourage. So we believe that the COVID situation and the vaccinations, we will certainly be encouraging our athletes to do that, but it will be not mandatory.
Well, that was Mr. Thabani Gonye, explaining of the preparedness of ZOC and also the issue of vaccinations when it comes to athletes. Back to you.